should.
Hey, Jason, how the hell? Oh, wait, you're not Jason.
I'm not. I'm Sean.
Hey, Sean, how the hell are you?
Good. How are you doing? So what are we doing today, Alan?
Well, today on HDYB Recorded Live, we're going to make some fall time cider.
Okay.
We've done some of this kind of stuff before, but we're going to do it again. So what we've got here is some typical store brand bought cider.
So can you just use any store brand cider, apple juice?
Pretty much. There's something to look at, and you want to look at the ingredients. We do sell potassium sorbate and potassium metabisulfate in the store to arrest fermentation and to inhibit it. And some of these store-bought juices have that in there to prevent fermentation. Most apple juice does not. It only has ascorbic acid, which is the same thing as vitamin C, which yeast likes pretty much. So we're not too worried about that.
It's a lot of words he used, but basically you're good with most store-bought apple juice.
That's one. So we've got almost a full gallon of apple juice in our little fermenter vessel here, and we've got a quarter cup of brown sugar.
Wait a second, Alan. Did you sanitize that by any
I
chance?
did everything ahead of time. Everything's been pre-sanitized with my handy-dandy spray bottle over there,
Okay.
as always.
All right.
So we're going to take this brown sugar, plop it on in there. Would you hand me the spray bottle, please? And we're going to sanitize my little stirrer here. And just give it a bit of a
So
stir.
bottling wands have multiple uses.
Bottling
and
wands
also
do have
stir.
multiple uses. I almost grabbed the metal spoon, but we have a glass container here, and I'm not too into what that would do. So the brown sugar is going to up the gravity a little bit, up the sugar content, the fermentability, and since it's brown sugar, it's going to leave behind some non-fermentables that will give flavor to our final product. So as always, it's science if we take records and keep track of what we're doing.
Uh-oh. Might not be enough in
Might
there.
not be enough in there.
So in
Alright,
that case, you
cut
just don't
real
have to
quick.
rely on science.
All right.
All right, we're gonna do a quick cut there, and
Alright.
I'm gonna add some more of this, and
Okay.
we're gonna get something else. Which we do.
Go ahead. Go. Just try it now.
Okay.
So,
See
no,
if- see
so
if it's
we
enough.
filled this up a bit more just so we can do a good reading.
Uh-huh.
No, that's not gonna be enough.
Still
Oh,
not.
still not enough.
Yeah.
So this is where science fails you.
Science failed us, absolutely.
If you're just plain apple juice by itself, I think it's going to make about 4%.
Yeah,
4
more or
5%.
less.
And so we're going to use. I think this is a time when we're going to say we're going to go with the empty stomach test.
We're gonna go with the empty stomach test. All right, yeah. Since we don't have a deep enough vessel here to use this particular hydrometer, without pulling another one off the shelf, we're gonna just assume that this is 1.048, which is usually what this is. Might be a little stronger with that little bit of brown sugar we put in there, but we're not really keeping score. So we get our scissors, which are somewhere.
Here's some.
See, I thought I prepared for this whole video, but in reality, I didn't.
This is how it usually works on a birthday too. You might
Sure
forgot
does.
something somewhere and you just have to go and find it. Always sanitize.
I haven't even had anything to drink yet. I also haven't had coffee, which probably explains
that-
it. It's
that definitely, yeah.
It's that time between coffee and beer that I am most effective. So, really, a whole packet of yeast for 1 gallon? Yeah, absolutely. There's never really I mean, obviously you can put in too much yeast if we're talking gallons, but as far as a packet of yeast per 1 gallon versus 5, it's not a big deal. This will do up to 5 gallons. 1 gallon just means it'll start to work a whole lot quicker. Give it a little bit of a shake. Get ourselves an airlock, which just happens to be right there. And there we go. Hard apple cider, a couple of weeks.
So we'll be returning to this in a couple weeks and test it and do our bottling.
Yes.
Test it for flavor. Oh,
Test it for flavor. Oh. There we go.
there you go.
Test it for flavor. Make sure it tastes like booze. You know, it's going to start to get pretty cloudy as this yeast rehydrates and starts to go to work, and then it'll do its thing. Lots of bubbles, lots of off gas, a little bit of head on there, and then it'll be done.
Sean, you made cider before.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Did you like it?
It was great. It was a little dry for so just things like adding brown sugar for it if you want a little more sweetness will help with that.
Or a little bit of that apple juice that's left over.
Yeah.
Right. What a lot of people do when they have hard cider is, and by a lot of people I mean me, and I assume others. We make it to like pretty dry, like 6-7%, and then when I go to serve it, I add some apple juice back in, so that cuts down the relative volume, and it also re-sweetens it a little bit.
We went to adding a little bit of honey to it.
Oh, yeah, honey's good,
because then
too.
that would help sweeten it up, and got rid of that. So
Nice.
there's a lot of ways you can do it from there.
All right,
So
guys.
this is where if you did a little ingredients list, all it was apple juice, yeast.
Yeah. Ask me if small cider kits are available here at How Do You Brew.
Are small cider kits available? How do you?
They
brew?
absolutely are. We have them available on our website right now, and what comes is the Nottingham ale yeast, some sanitizer, this fermentation vessel, and a airlock. Also caps and bottles for you. All you really need to do is buy the apple juice, and you're good to go.
There you go.
Awesome. All right, thanks, guys.
Have a good one.